leveraging passive, active, and reactive modes to optimize business tactics and create new financial opportunities in the evolving U.S. real estate market. You're listening to the Business Learning Center podcast at Learnwiki.org. The United States real estate market is constantly evolving in response to economic conditions, interest rate fluctuations, demographic shifts, technological innovation, and changes in consumer behavior. Investors, entrepreneurs, and real estate professionals who succeed in this dynamic environment are often those who understand how to strategically operate in passive, active, and reactive modes. Rather than viewing these approaches as separate or competing strategies, successful market participants recognize their interchangeability and use them collectively to maximize opportunities, manage risk, and create sustainable financial growth. Passive, active, and reactive modes each serve distinct purposes within a business strategy. Passive mode focuses on observation, preparation, and long-term positioning. Active mode involves deliberate action, execution, and opportunity creation. Reactive mode emphasizes adaptation and response to unexpected market developments. When integrated effectively, these three approaches create a flexible framework that allows businesses to remain resilient while capitalizing on emerging opportunities. Passive mode serves as the foundation for strategic decision-making. In real estate, passive activities include market research, trend analysis, networking, capital preservation, monitoring interest rates, studying local housing demand, and evaluating economic indicators. During periods of uncertainty, passive observation allows investors and business owners to gather information without exposing themselves to unnecessary risk. For example, an investor monitoring rising foreclosure rates, declining home affordability, or shifts in migration patterns may identify future opportunities before competitors recognize them. The value of passive positioning becomes particularly evident during periods of market transition. A business that maintains liquidity, strong credit relationships, and access to capital can move quickly when favorable opportunities emerge. Rather than chasing every deal, passive preparation enables investors to selectively pursue opportunities that align with their objectives. In this sense, passive mode is not inactivity. It is strategic readiness. Active mode transforms preparation into execution. Once market research identifies opportunities, businesses can take deliberate actions to acquire properties, negotiate partnerships, secure financing, develop projects, or expand investment portfolios. Active participants create value through decision-making, innovation, and calculated risk-taking. In today's rapidly changing real estate market, active strategies may include acquiring distressed properties, investing in workforce housing, converting underutilized commercial properties into residential units, developing short-term rental portfolios, or creating partnerships that help homeowners avoid foreclosure while preserving equity. Active engagement allows businesses to capitalize on market inefficiencies and generate revenue from changing economic conditions. The active mode is especially effective when supported by insights gained during passive observation. Instead of acting impulsively, investors can execute plans based on data, trends, and strategic forecasting. This combination reduces uncertainty while increasing the probability of successful outcomes. Reactive mode is often misunderstood because the term implies responding rather than leading. However, in a rapidly changing market, the ability to react effectively can become a significant competitive advantage. Economic shocks, policy changes, interest rate movements, natural disasters, supply chain disruptions, and unexpected shifts in housing demand can quickly alter market conditions. Businesses that operate effectively in reactive mode can adapt faster than competitors. For example, if mortgage interest rates rise unexpectedly, a reactive investor may pivot from traditional home sales to creative financing solutions, seller financing arrangements, lease option agreements, or rental property acquisitions. If housing inventory suddenly increases, a reactive business may adjust pricing strategies or target different market segments. Reactive capabilities allow organizations to preserve profitability even when original assumptions become invalid. Rather than resisting change, successful businesses embrace flexibility and use new information to refine their strategies. In many cases, reactive responses create opportunities that would not have existed under stable conditions. The true power of these three modes emerges when they operate interchangeably. A business may begin in passive mode by monitoring foreclosure trends and economic indicators. As opportunities become evident, it transitions into active mode by acquiring properties or forming strategic partnerships. When market conditions change unexpectedly, the business shifts into reactive mode, adjusting tactics to maintain profitability and manage risk. Once stability returns, the organization may revert to passive observation to identify the next wave of opportunities. This cyclical process creates a continuous feedback loop that strengthens decision-making and improves long-term performance. Instead of relying on a single strategy, businesses develop the agility needed to navigate uncertainty while remaining positioned for growth. In the current U.S. real estate environment, several financial opportunities illustrate the effectiveness of this integrated approach. Rising interest rates have increased financial pressure on some homeowners, creating opportunities for foreclosure prevention partnerships, equity sharing arrangements, and creative financing solutions. Population shifts toward lower-cost regions have generated demand for affordable housing and rental properties. Advances in technology have expanded access to data analytics, virtual property management, and digital marketing tools that improve operational efficiency. Investors who passively monitor these trends, actively pursue strategic transactions, and react effectively to changing conditions can identify opportunities that others overlook. For example, a company may establish relationships with distressed homeowners, provide solutions that prevent foreclosure, acquire equity interests in properties, and later benefit from market appreciation. Similarly, businesses that adapt quickly to demographic changes may discover underserved markets with strong growth potential. The interchangeability of passive, active, and reactive modes also improves risk management. Passive analysis identifies potential threats before they become crises. Active execution generates revenue and creates value. Reactive adaptation protects investments when conditions change unexpectedly. Together, these approaches provide a balanced framework that promotes resilience and long-term sustainability. Furthermore, this integrated model encourages innovation. Businesses that continuously observe, execute, and adapt are more likely to discover new revenue streams, develop creative partnership structures, and respond effectively to emerging consumer needs. Innovation often occurs at the intersection of preparation and adaptability, where strategic planning meets real-world experience. In conclusion, the rapidly evolving U.S. real estate market rewards businesses that can effectively navigate between passive, active, and reactive modes. Passive strategies provide insight and preparedness. Active strategies create value through execution, and reactive strategies ensure adaptability in the face of uncertainty. When these approaches are used interchangeably rather than independently, they create a powerful framework for optimizing business tactics, managing risk, and uncovering new financial opportunities. As market conditions continue to evolve, organizations that embrace this dynamic approach will be better positioned to achieve sustainable growth and long-term success.